Welcome to the AoEC webinar series in preparation for the STC 3-day program. I'm John Leary-Joyce, founder and principal trainer for the Academy of Executive Coaching. In this webinar, we're going to look at the inquiry process using the Team Connect 360 survey data tool. So you'll need to have with you the UCOM TC360 report, which will have been sent to you. So if you could open that now, please, at the first page, and then let's move on to look at what is involved here. So first of all, obviously the structure of the report, the contents, on page 2, background information, which is useful to read up on as it relates to the STC process, and that's page 3 and 4. Then a key bit, we'll look at the list of respondents to the survey. Then how do we interpret the results, which is what I'm going to explain to you now here, but you can refer back to that. And then the body of the survey, the feedback of the data from pages 8 to 22. So let's start off with looking at the respondents group. You'll see that there are 6 respondent groups, and I'm going to walk through those with you. So team members, obviously, this is who the team, your client, is for. The primary stakeholders, the team reports, and then we have 3 stakeholder groups. Let's look at that in a different format. So if we use this notion of a stakeholder map, we'll see the NewCom senior leadership team with its 4 team members, Chris, Sam, Tony, and Fran. So these are the characters that you will meet in the business simulation. That's the team, our client team that we're working with. Then the report then involves the primary stakeholders, and we've got 2 here from the iTech board, the JP, who's the CEO, and Liz, who's the finance director. We have the direct reports, each from sales and marketing, IT, and finance. So they will all have made their contribution as the direct reports. We see that Joe, who is head of operations and part of iTech, but not part of the board. So he shows up as one of the stakeholders. We have stakeholders, the second group of stakeholders are the customers, and the third group are the suppliers and one of the iTech sub companies, Deliver Me. So we have feedback from the team and then the stakeholder groups. Let me take you through the report itself. So if you'd move to page 6. So this is summary profile is an overview of the whole report and gives you an output of what you can see in the 5 disciplines, as you see down the left-hand side, and you can see clearly what's working and what isn't working. You'll see that the 6 color-coded respondent groups are here. This points to the customers, so there are 2 customers here, and they are represented in the same color in the graph. We also have commentary on each of the questions, and those will appear also color-coded, so you can see who, which respondents are saying what about the team. Now, let's look at the scoring. We're looking at 3 as being okay. It's in the middle. Better than okay, that scores 4 and 5, means that the team is on average better, right up to 5, which would mean excellent. And then lower than 3, the team is actually doing worse than okay, down to 1, which is not doing well at all. If we look at the detailed feedback data, we can see that the questions here are the same as those that are on the online questionnaire. The table data to the right of the graph here, what's called the distribution of responses, explains what's on the graph. The 5 columns represent the scoring from 1 to 5. The last column means that they are not contributing a score to the question. The numerical average, you'll see here in the first column, correlates directly with the graph here. So you can see it points to 3.2 and the orange bar is at 3.2. Each column shows the number of respondents who gave the same score. So you can see in this example that one person in this group, this happens to be the team reports, there's one person has scored at 4, one person has 5, 2 people has 3, nobody has 2, and one person has 1. Now this shows in this one a very wide spread. So although the average is 3.2, it makes you ask the question, why is there such a wide range of opinion here, where somebody is scoring it as ineffective and somebody else is scoring it, this question, as the team is doing really well. This is part of understanding how you can make sense of the data. Now, an important structure in the survey is that the first 3 questions are for the whole of the respondents. The last 2 questions are very specific to the team, and only the team members would know about the questions in there. So that's why you see there's only the blue responses, which are the team members' responses. So what next? Page 26 shows how you would debrief the data. And we will be doing this specifically on the program, looking at the new comm team. There's quite a lot of information to support you on the program. We have a lot of online support here with regards to setting up and interpreting the report. We have it here, TC360 Coach's Guide. So in a sense, repeating some of what I've said here already. We've got various webinars, sample report, much of what we've covered here. Then specifically, if you're using the report, a guide for managers, the process by which you set it all up, and the contact details. So when you come to use this process yourself with your own clients, you will have the backup here of it. If we look now at the business simulation itself to prepare you for using this on the 3-day program, you'll see that this was a simulation that we created many years ago based on real life case examples. And the TC360 report gives the fictitious stakeholder feedback for the simulation. And what the simulation does is provide you with an opportunity to both practice as a systemic team coach and also to be in the client team and experience being coached. In the documents you will also have received will be the general briefing. This is an overview of the organizational structure and the rationale for the new comm team being elected to have systemic team coaching. And this forms part of the scoping phase of the STC process. We also have the character overview. This is an outline of 6 characters, 2 from iTech and 4 from the new comm team. And have a scan through those. We will again revisit them on the program, and you'll have an opportunity to take on and play one of these characters, and really you make it your own. On the program, everything will be explained more carefully again, and all the relevant characters, team coaches, observers will be assigned systematically. So do take some time to look through the report, look at some of the details so that you have some idea of what this is about. So when we come to it on day 1, you will be able to slot into it and follow the examples and get to work on using this simulation and the TC360 report with a client team. And of course, when you graduate from the STCC program, you are then licensed to use this report. So this is a way of rehearsing and learning how to use this with your team. All the very best, and look forward to you joining the STCC process. Thank you.